I am Ann-Peggy Divine. Welcome to the Divine Design, the podcast where we unfold heaven on earth and reframe spirituality and theology for a new cosmic era. Your journey on human evolution and integration of your divine design starts here. Welcome, Wella!
Thank you, Ann-Peggy. So good to be back. Good to see you. You're sparkling there, sister.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, it's so good to see you again. And we plan to talk about health, because this is, when we speak, we talk about health. You working so many years in hospital and with patient, me too. So we have seen what doesn't work and what works. And also a lot of people have different diseases and hormone turbulence and cancer, and we have spoken before, and we see this also as a portal and an initiation, not only as it's crisis and going into crisis mode, but it's like, okay, our body open a signal, a portal to communicate with us and telling us something. Maybe you can speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, I would love to. And if you don't mind, Ann-Peggy, I want to start with to add upon what you said. It's true. Many people are moving through physical processes, the whole range, from just very minor viral infections, the whole viral big infection type corona, where you're really ill, up to very intense, like systemical diseases affecting the whole body, and processes like cancer, very particular processes where the body is really manifesting itself.
Yeah.
And what I want to bring in first, I've been ill the last year more often than I guess even ever in my life. And my husband and children are, they're worried, because they feel like, and they say, you're not only more sick, you're also more severe sick. And so when I got sick again on Monday, there was something in me that was judging myself, because I'm using those physical because I'm still moving through all those physical processes. And in my recovery, in my being with all my cells, in my receiving healing and being in healing mode and listening to my soul, I got such an amazing, clear message. There's nothing wrong and nothing to judge on a physical process, because those physical processes are at this moment the magic. They're just the magic. And I could so feel it in myself. And I know, and there was still a little bit of it. Yeah, you should not. No shoulds. When it is my body's choice, together with my soul, in deep connection, to move through a physical process, because that's what is up for my body, there's nothing to judge. There's only full acceptance required.
Yeah.
Just allow it to move through me. And my God, I got so much presence just in being with it. It's so much light within all my cells, so much more coherence in my field, so much more light, new lights within my field. It's just extraordinary. And I grew amazingly my ability to be with all that is, with love, to see, to really see the precision, and to see the divinity in everything that happens, and to keep on looking. Sometimes I'm looking at my brother-in-law who's moving through a huge process of cancer, and I'm looking at him and say, my God, but then just keep on looking and letting it unravel before my eyes. And then just realizing that, wow, what an amazing man you are. Wow. So amazing, wonderful, awesome what you are doing. And I don't know the outcome, you know, Ann-Peggy? I have no clue. I know everything is possible.
Yeah.
I know that he has the choice, and he has the choice. Nobody has to make that choice for him. It's up to him to decide whether that will be one of his last processes and will leading into the transformation of his body, or whether he will use it as a portal and really start, almost is what I can see, a whole new life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as I'm expressing it, you could say it's gonna be a whole new life.
Yeah.
And it's not sure that he's gonna live it here.
Yeah. So that it was an amazing example, because that is what we are invited to, and it's so many ways. And our body, our physical symptom, and the sickness, it is really inviting us up to the next level of us, next level divinity, embodying more light. And as you spoke, it's like, okay, you have been sick, more sick, and I see this sickness as a detox, because the body is so good with detoxing if you just let it. And you said, I just surrender, and in the surrender you kind of connect to the unity, to the sourceness, the light of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the opposite is what if we go into the ego and want to do everything ourselves, being fragmented. That is kind of what the cancer cell do. It goes, it mutates, and it wants to do it its own way without communicating with the other cells. So it kind of very big ego. I want to do it my way, not saying yes to the bigness and the sourceness of us. So it's like, okay, do we say yes to more light, more unity, more collaboration? So, because our inner system, all cells are communicating with each other. So the mutation, we want the mutation, but the mutation, when we mutate, we want to be in connection with it all, not as separate individuals. So we can see it as us as human. Do we do things just for ourselves, or do we do it for a bigger collective and a bigger society?
Peggy, we knew it, eh? Something's coming in. As you were speaking, yes, I guess you're right. There is a way in which when our cells become cancerous, they go in a kind of separation from the other cells.
Yeah.
And what I learned a lot being ill, that I should be like very grateful, because it's so amazing. So I learned something. I received amazing messages around separation, where I received separation actually is a gift. It's a gift because it enables you to be at the same time one, but also able, as an individual essence, so to speak, have your experiences which you cannot have in the oneness.
Yeah.
Oneness decided to create all pieces of itself outside of itself in order to experience itself.
Yes.
So separation is not a bad thing. Where the issues come in is that humanity at a certain moment choose to see separation as an obstruction, as a, I'm separate from you, so I'm different, so I need to protect me from you. So this is my boundary, don't cross my boundary, this is mine, it's not yours. But that's not what separation is about. Separation is just being as an individual able to experience. There's no mine or thine, there's not. It's all one.
Yeah.
You see the difference? And that being that said, I realized something about cancer cells. Yes, they put themselves in separation, but not an obstructive kind of separation. They separate themselves because one of their main purposes is to, as you already said, to digest. They clean, they digest. They are producing a kind of entity within the bigger entity where they are cleaning up, where they are processing so much of we have no idea.
Yeah.
We have no idea what they're actually all doing. There's so much happening in that. When I now tune into it's just, and it separates itself, so to speak, from the rest of the body, because in that it's also protecting the rest of the body.
Yeah.
And it does, I know, then I hear the question, yeah, but what then when it spreads? Well, even in the spreading, it's still localized. Even in the spreading, it is, and yeah, sometimes the purpose of a cancer is to move you through such a huge portal that it all shifts.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, if we help, because cancer, if we start to detox, one of the biggest medicine we have, it is detoxing. And not only detoxing like fasting, and detox is so much more. So because cancer, they thrive in stress and all these negative surroundings, poison food, and if you drink, and so it is the environment. So cancer cells are actually a mirror to us. What are we living? So the body speaks to us, okay, you are now in a field, you are now in circumstances that is not healthy for us, so we have to give you a symbol of your life, of your thoughts, of your emotion. So if we can start to detox, and there are so many ways to detox, to food, to drinking, to sauna, to sweating. So you know that in indigenous tribe, they use this sweat lodge. Also in Finland, they use a lot of sauna. And this is actually very healthy. So one of the most healthy culture in the Nordic country is Finland, because they use sauna a lot. And that's so helpful, using sauna as a, they are born with it, so they do it. I don't know how often they do it, but they do it often, and that helps the body so much.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, you absolutely have a point. And it's learning to be in such deep contact with our body and our cells, and to communicate with them, and to realize that our body at this moment in time, and it might not be necessary anymore from here on 10 years from now, I don't know when, but at this moment in time, everybody has cancer cells. Everybody. Whether they will organize themselves and really manifest, that's always the question. And that's where the cleansing comes in, the detoxing comes in, the using of sauna comes in. And I guess the most of all is also having that amazing connection with your body.
Yep.
Because Ann-Peggy, I can imagine that just the people in Finland, because of the sauna, are so much more in real contact with their bodies.
Yeah.
They're taking out their clothes, they're naked in the sauna.
Yeah.
Is a huge difference.
Huge difference.
Yeah, from people always putting on all those clothes and hiding the body and not being really aware of the body. And it's in that is being that connection that then the question is, does your body need to develop a cancer? I know I want to be very, very, very careful with words, because
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, if whatever process your body is moving through, it's your body, it's your process. I just invite you to be grateful and to radically accept whatever is there in the moment.
I have an example, and it's not cancer, but I also learned so much through this. I lived with parasite for 15 months. And I got this parasite the day after I went into the Christianity environment.
Yeah.
So it was, so I got it. And when I studied theology and being in this community, there were so beautiful people. But it was kind of, this is the only way. It's like the Christianity, it is the religion. And actually, when I study theology, it was one of the team I was supposed to go into. And then I met the teacher, and he was so contracted. He was so, you have to, it was, he didn't have the opening. So it was very the old way. And then I said, I cannot take this, I cannot study this subject because I will get sick of this man. And I didn't tell anyone, but it's like, okay, I cannot take this. So I stopped, and they asked, why do you stop? And I didn't say what it was. I didn't want to hurt anyone. But half year later, the leader at this university asked, why did you stop? And said, do you really want the real truth? Yes, I want. And I said, it was because of the teacher. I would have become sick because I went into this consciousness of theology, and it's so much amazing there. But there are also parts that are limiting. And being highly sensitive, so the parasite, it was informing me all the time about the consciousness of this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I started to communicate with the parasite, because what this parasite did, they took over my emotional system. I became so emotional. So it is a lot of emotional build-up in this community.
I know.
So it was, wow.
Not spoken of.
Yeah, and I started to eat differently. I started to act differently. So the parasite, me being in this consciousness, the parasite kind of almost leaded me. It's like I started to eat unhealthy. I started to sabotage myself. So it's like, wow, it was so interesting. And I learned so much, and I was sad and I was angry, so much emotion. And then I said, well, I have to detox. Now I spoke a lot with them, and I cried, and we're very intimate with the parasite because they were in all my body. And I asked the doctor for help. I actually was at hospital for a couple of periods, and they said, we don't understand what it is. We can't help you. And then I said, okay, this is for me to find a solution. So I will make a program for this, because now I have learned through it what to do in this detox and a lot of steps. And then I communicated with them, and thanks for all the information, thanks for everything. And I said, well, you have informed me well, but now I need to have my space. Kind of, I need to lift myself up, because I started to faint. They started to drain me. I had no energy. I fainted. So because there were so many of them. Actually, what started it was I was in a detox, but I didn't get it out. So it built up. I detoxed my body, like fasting and all the things, but I was not in a sauna. I didn't get it out of my body. So it built up, and then the parasite exploded in me. And then it was like, okay, I need to do sauna regularly and to detox my body in another way. And I was in a webinar about parasite, and I got guidance from higher. So I learned so much during this period, and say goodbye and thank them. And then I had a radical healing one night, and I went into another ego death. So, and it was, wow, I had no idea that I had to go to another ego death. And I say this because this can be the same with cancer. I had it with parasite. Cancer is also a symptom of something in the surroundings, in our environment. So we can do the same with cancer as I did with parasite. So if we start to commune with our cancer, what are you trying to tell us? What is it? Because if it is in the lung, is it in the stomach? So in brain, it is like, I have a daughter that is actually sick, really sick. She have a brain tumor, and when I went into it, it's like this is her initiation, but she going through a very rough time, very rough time, and the doctors give her a lot of hormones, big hormones. So she is, as she said, when I was going through a lot of stuff in 2015, my daughter said, Mama, you have become bipolar, because I was up, down to balance it out. And now that I say, do you see? Now you have become bipolar of the hormones, because she's angry, she's sad, she's fatigued, because the hormone, then you go into the hormones, because they are signals to our body. But when she got treatment, they're giving her a lot of hormones to kind of balance out this tumor in this hypophysa. What is the... It is the small, like a pituitary.
Pituitary gland. Yes, there we are. Pituitary gland. Yeah. Yeah, that's hormonal. So whatever's happening there is gonna be dependent on hormones. Yeah.
So, but it is an initiation, but it is hard. It is a hard initiation. So if it's there but it is not a coincidence that it is the place it is, because the body is wise.
Yeah.
And she see it also as a portal and an invitation, because she said, oh, now is the time to go inward, because she worked a lot in the health industry, being there for all people, and now she is very sick, so now she cannot work. So she can work on herself, going inward. So it's time for her. So it is a portal, an invitation, and not seeing it as, oh, something dreadful. So she said, well, I am more relaxed than ever. So she had time to communicate with her body, and she said, I'm not frightened. I'm not frightened. Even though the doctor said, we don't know if you will live. But she's not frightened. So it's like, I have this, so it is an invitation and an initiation.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I received, as you were sharing, Ann-Peggy, another point that, our amazing body is, our form is half microbiome and half human cells. So which means that whatever process moves through your body is processed half by your microbiome and half by your human cells.
Yes.
Which makes it a whole other reality.
Yes.
So if you were moving through the process with the parasites, it's not only your human cells that were engaging, but your whole microbiome that was engaging as well.
Yeah.
And I guess in classical medicine, science is developing the whole time, and more they realize that almost any process within the physical body is related to microorganisms. Yeah. And of course it is. It cannot be anything else, because half of us are microorganisms.
Yes.
And that means if we are a we are not an I.
Yes.
You mentioned already on the personality level, we still see ourselves as an I.
Yep.
On the soul level, we are an individual soul in order to be able to have our experiences. Yep. Nothing else. Nothing else. Just that. As simple as that. For the rest, we're just part of one big soup of souls.
Yeah.
But our body is actually in itself already a we. Our body has never been an I.
No, because if we go also back in tribes, that they felt each other. They related more on this body, and they felt it. So if their body, if their husband was hunting, they knew what time he would come because they kind of telepathically spoke with each other. And if someone in the community were sad or had something hard going on, they could feel it. So we were more in tune, and that's what the microbiome is like. It is the surroundings.
Yes. And it's actually, you know, that in nature, trees and plants are all connected by mycelium.
Yes.
It's the same of us. But,
Yep.
And we are connected by much more than just our mycelium. We're connected by our microbiomes.
Yes.
We are connected by our microbiomes. They're intersecting, exchanging the whole time, and giving us a huge lot of information.
Yeah. Yep. Amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. It is amazing. It's here being in Lingen, I speak with trees. I speak with everything that it's so many reindeer here. It's a lot of sheep. Also meet moose and birds, and it's so much fish. When I go swimming, I see the fish. So it's like I communicate with it all.
Yeah, you point out, my Aunt Peggy is fantastic. You're pointing out to something that even when you are unwell, try to go outside. Connect with earth and our life on it, because it is so nourishing for your body. Even if you just get out on your terrace and just are able to just sit there, just sit and connect, because it's that exchange that is amazingly assisting your body in whatever it's moving through.
Yeah. I have been in several periods where I have been very sick, going through the dark night of the soul. And some days I was so fatigued, I had no energy. I cannot go out the door, but I forced myself to go out the door and just put myself out on the ground with some trees. And even though I didn't have the energy to walk, I just went out laying in the wood or outside. So I have done it because I know if I just go out in nature, I am so supportive, because it is kind of Mother Earth. It's such a healing holder for us. Yeah.
She is more than ever.
Yes.
Is there to hold us and to to comfort us, and to also tell us, yes, there are huge portals. We might think we're almost through, but I don't really think so. We're only at the beginning.
Yeah.
The more, and that's where our bodies are of such amazing partners in all of this. They're really helping us to just be able to be here with whatever's happening around us and to us. Just stand our ground. And trust, be able that we can trust.
Yeah. To see that we are, yes, we have an individual soul, but we are a part of something bigger. We are kind of this kaleidoscope, what do you call it? Yeah. Holographic kaleidoscope. It's like there are so many. We are so complex. We are And we are Mother Earth's children. We are her children. We need Mother Earth. We couldn't survive without Mother Earth on this planet. So that's why we have to see Mother Earth in a new way, because we just take from Mother Earth whatever we want. So that's also like a cancer mentality. We take whatever we want to do from Mother Earth. We don't treat her with respect. So that also mirrors. So we need to have another relationship with Mother Earth. Like this reciprocity. It's like,
you know. And I also know that, and I guess these are the processes, Aunt Peggy, many of us, and certainly both of us, are moving through, is we are resetting the oneness within ourselves, within our bodies. We are resetting a higher level of oneness, which means that even if our cells are still separate entities, they don't express an obstructive separation. They don't express themselves as better or different from the other cells. No, they are each their unique entity, and they're part of a greater whole at the same time. And in doing that, our bodies, because Ann-Peggy, my God, yes, we are the children of the earth, and we do give something back. All the processes we are currently doing by gaining, but really gaining that deeper level of oneness within ourselves, it's moving out. And it's going everywhere and affecting everything. Because as humanity, what we did with that kind of separation where we start to fight each other, that went through and affected all form. So there is something very special that happened there. So the return is ours to do.
Yeah.
I know it might sound strange, and we have a huge invitation there to use whatever's happening, and physical processes are so amazing for that, to just let them lead you back to unity.
Yeah.
And then knowing that the more you do that, my God, it's gonna affect everything around you.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people say me that I say, there's no need for us to fight each other, to eat each other, or if you look in the greater whole. And then people say me, yeah, but animals do eat each other. But I guess I finally understand where that comes from. In the beginning, there was coherence, and animals didn't eat each other. Animals ate that what the earth was offering. So there too, a whole new level is going to come in.
Yeah.
And I don't yet understand it completely. And I'll be very honest, I'm still eating meat, and I guess somewhere, somehow, that will change.
I'm not eating so much meat. I eat a little bit of chicken, that's all. So I have, that also what happened after I had the parasite. I was invited in to kind of eat differently. So I changed my diet radically. So after I was finished with this parasite, then I started another morning routine with my breakfast, and I eat a lot of berry. Sour milk and berry and seeds and a lot of vegetables, green vegetables. So I have eaten these green vegetables before, but I haven't eaten so much berry and so much sour milk, kind of kefir. So this is so supportive for the gut health, because the gut health is so important.
Yeah.
So much start in the gut health.
Yes. You're feeding your microbiome. I
Yes.
can see them dancing around.
Yeah. But I was also reminding one more time about the earth and being such a big healer. When I did a ceremony in 2017, I gave to Mother Earth. I offered 3 things from my old life to the new life. And one of the things I offered was my wedding ring. That was hard. And I also offer an anchor. And this anchor, and also my braid, but the anchor was the symbol of my son. My son had committed suicide 2 years before, so I offer all that we had went through hardship. He was a lot sick, he had cancer, he had a hard way on Mother Earth. So I offer this anchor as a symbol of Alexander, and I offer my wedding ring and all what we had gone through, because we have gone through hard lessons in our family, big hard lessons. And my Braden, and I offer them. And then 8 months after this ceremony, I got a signal. Now you can go to the place where you offer them, because we dig them down in Mother Earth, and it was almost a meter down. So it was very far down. And I went up there and digging after it, and I digged and I didn't find it, but I said, I will not give in, because I was exhausted. I will find them. And I digged and I stretched my kind of, because I was cold, I was freezing, even though it was in the summer. But finally, I found the anchor from Alexander and the wedding ring, and it's like, wow! And it was reborn. It was the Mother Earth has healed it. So I took the wedding ring, and the relationship with me and my husband, it is totally changed. We have gone to a big transformation. So we married each other kind of with the old programming. He was more in his strength than I was, because I was so wounded. So I came from my wounding. But then now we meet each other as sovereign being, and we respect each other even though we are different. As you spoke about, we respect each other even though we are different, have different opinion. And also my son Alexander, he is reborn in another body. So I will meet him when he is in the teenager, and it's like, wow, what Mother Earth, it healed, it kind of rebirthed what the process had been. So Mother Earth helped me. I didn't totally understand everything when I did it, because I was just guided to do this ceremony, and I had no idea that I would go 8 months later to pick it up, because that was not the intention. And then I saw, wow, it was reborn, and I could start with blank. It's like, wow.
I love it.
So
it's a beautiful example, of the healing.
And you see, my son have started a new life. He have started in another family, even though he have taken a hard task, because it is a lot of trauma in that family, but he wanted to do it. They are two souls going into one body. So, and I know that I will meet him and I will help him, because I invited him in and I said, I will help you. So it is amazing when we open up to a bigger perspective. Wow.
Yeah.
And communicate with Mother Earth and what she can do. It was, starting, you didn't have to die, kind of, but it was a rebirth. Even though I didn't have to die. I have the same body, but I am reborn. So the Braden I offer for myself, that was me being reborn. And the wedding ring was the partnership with my husband, that's reborn. And my son being reborn. So it was like, wow.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
So if we just communicate with Mother Earth, she really can help us.
Yeah, she does. I see that on our land here in many, many ways. I guess I know really, have so much more knowledge and insight in our bodies since my deep connection with the earth.
Yeah.
How she explains, and I guess one of the major lessons she is also giving is just not to control her. So not to control our bodies.
Yes, I love it.
Give our bodies all the space they need to be, because our bodies are actually so very at our service. They are.
What we need, radically open. This is the best. So if we radically open,
control it.
Then we go with Mother Earth's flow, because if we are radically open, we are attuned to Mother Earth, her rhythm, and then we are in tune with our own rhythm, because even though we follow Mother Earth, we also have a rhythm, like trees have their rhythm, so we all have individual rhythm. But when we align with Mother Earth's rhythm, then everything is in balance. And at the same time, of course, we are connected to the higher. So it is kind of a heart-centered symphony.
It's just, you see how connected we are, Ann-Peggy. Yes. And then it is, even if it's all those different tones, in the end, it's only one tone. One unique tone. And it can diverge in all different tones, but they all create that one tone
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, and in the future health, we will use sound and light even more than now. But sound and light, this is the future medicine.
Yeah.
And we are already, because a lot of I see several, we are making things that heals us, like David Clement. He has making something that radiates like a crystal that affects our biome and our field, and it's higher vibration. Like when I came to Lingen the first time, when I stood one place, then I started to walk and I could feel the change in the energy. It's like, wow, from one field to another field. And this field in Lingen is very big, but when I on the other side, that's when it starts. So I went forward and back, forward and back. Wow, two different fields. And he have felt the same, David Clement, and he have made tools to help us to activate this field, so it is more light, more higher vibration. So, and this is one of the key element in the future medicine.
Yeah. Yes. 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 Sound, light, and water.
Yeah, and water. Yes, water also. So, and the water, we have poisoned a lot of water. So in the future, we will be more aware of what have we done to the water, because the water is kind of our bloodstream on Mother Earth. So what have we done? We have poisoned the bloodstream. It's almost like we are giving Mother Earth cancer, if we see it in a metaphorical way, because we are not talking to her. We're not. We are so individual. We are like cancer cells and just taking. So, but if we see that, oh, Mother Earth is our foundation and we need the water, we need everything fresh. So in the future we will understand that, oh, we cannot do all the thing just we do with water and poison it, and yeah. So we are waking up. It is an amazing time.
We absolutely are. And it's beautiful to mention for our the people who are listening is that there are many ways. We have here a whole very special high vibrational revitalizing system on our water. And we have a kind of eggs. I've spread them and I buried them in the ground everywhere. So there are always ways in which you can support yourself. And it's up to each of us to really find what is it that will support me the most here.
I love that you say eggs, because when I went into the future with Colin, we saw that we will use eggs to harmonize. So it's kind of sending out signals. So you use eggs.
I'm using eggs to create a coherent field everywhere in here.
So you have already started what we saw, and we will use these eggs because this is kind of a symbol of the sourceness of us.
Yes. Yeah. In those eggs is primordial water, high vibrational primordial water, and it is spreading out, high vibrational field. So they're spread in the house, they're in a system that where all the water that we're using, even the water we're using outside for the vegetables, it's all coming from a source and moving through the eggs. It passes by the eggs. It's revitalized so that most of the water has its original properties again, and then it's distributed everywhere.
Wow, I love it. I love it. Yeah, so a lot of people are afraid of the AI and the technology that is exploding, but this is an example of doing it the proper way. We help Mother Earth with all this technology. Yeah. So this is what we are giving a time where we can develop everything. So if we do it for Mother Earth, if we do it for the new way of living, as you described, starting with the earth, helping her. Wow, that is amazing. But you have started it, but is it something you have bought, or where do we
Yes, I bought. I will send you the link that you can add it to the description of the video. Yeah,
yes,
we are, it's a Dutch couple. They're living in Belgium and they are producing those systems. So we bought all of our systems from them.
wow,
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, this is really wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is. And the truth is, you're really feeling it. It's everywhere. It's everywhere here. Yeah.
Yeah, we create coherence.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Wow. Well, and that is an example where we are going.
Yeah.
So they have the couple, as you say, have developed this, and David Clement have. So it's more and more people developing this kind of helpful technology so that we can use. Wow.
Absolutely.
And the same with the medicine. I had a ceremony, as I told you before the podcast, and I was shown the future healing box. Yeah, when I was put in the sarcophagus, when I had an experience being reborn, and this sarcophagus, it is actually the future box revitalizing. We will have it in hospital in the future. So it was showing me the technology. This is the future medicine. And it was so much. I won't go into it now, but when we open, as I did, yesterday was equinox, and this equinox I had a big ceremony, and I get a lot of opening, and I was wow, because it's new technology that was given to me. So I will put it out, and I will attract the people that can help me build this. So we will find each other in this also. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's also it, Ann-Peggy. There is a huge difference there. I'm convinced, and I know that's sometimes difficult, we're all going to get there.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to left behind. And at this moment, there are two different realities.
Yes,
at birth. Yeah. There is the one where we are living it, even if we have physical processes moving through us. I'm not leaving my reality of joy and harmony and total acceptance of what is. And in that, Ann-Peggy, there is also a completely different way of being with money.
Yes.
In older reality, then you can buy if you don't have any money. But in the new reality, it's just coming to you. Whatever is ready for you to be, to grow, to develop, it's just happening. It's so different.
Yeah, it is. And I because when I had this ceremony, I said, well, the money, well, it will come. You just hold it. Come. Yeah, it's like, wow, it just come. Yeah. So it's like, okay, comes. Yeah. So, but the mind wanted to interfere, but this is because what I was shown, it will cost millions. It will, because it was a big thing, and I have seen it before, but now it was more specific into the items that the healing boxes and the future medicine, and it's like, wow, this is future, yeah, and yeah. So but then I thought, okay, the money, it will come. There are so much money, there are so much wealth, so you don't need to think about it. It's like, okay, it's what you were saying. So it's like, okay. So it is a radical shift also because we are so accustomed to think about, oh, money, where would the money come from? And but now we are moving into another way of living, and it is resonance. It's resonance.
Yes.
And then it will unfold perfectly.
Yes. All those things are happening so quickly.
Yeah.
Just so quickly, in an instant.
Yeah. And it's when you do something, suddenly it can just go away. It's like, where did it went?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like all my body function differently. So the more that I can surrender, the more helpful it is.
I know.
Because sometimes, of course, this brain, we use it as a tool, but sometimes it can be so easy to just go into the detail and be hang up in this. And then, okay, surrender. Let the flow come through.
Yeah.
This is just a tool. It is just
Yeah.
a tool to get something out to, yeah. But it's not the meaning that we should stay in there. That's what, when I speak about heart center symphony. So let it flow through us. But we need this to put it out in action. So it is more like an action orientating vehicle, more than we need to be in it. So we will start to use our brain and our body totally different.
Yeah, we do.
And that is kind of the shift, as you said. The old want to be in the head and doing it the old way, and the new one that says we are willing to go into the new human, homo luminous. Everything comes through us like the heart center symphony.
Absolutely.
With resonance.
Absolutely. And then we just know the next step. It's not don't need to figure it out anymore. It just happens through us.
It happens through us. Just like if we witness nature do it.
Yeah. It does. It does. Because, because even in nature, even many of the new ways of being, like being with edible forests and being with permaculture, there's still so much control of the earth. And it's like, yeah, you need to plant trees and you need to put a high tree there and then a lower one and a lower one. And I'm just looking at it. But what if the earth doesn't want that?
Yeah.
And now I'm just observing. And I was saying yesterday to Corinne, say, look at this. The earth is creating the trees where she wants them.
Yeah.
She's not asking us for permission, you see? And we could say, no, we're going to control this, throw it out. It's not a good place. We're going to put the tree there and it's going to be another tree. No. That's the same we have been doing with all of matter.
Yes.
Also.
Yes.
And in returning and being in touch with the divinity of matter is to trust that matter in itself is a consciousness and knows far more than we do know.
Yes. Talk with our microbiomes, because the microbiomes, they are almost more intelligent than we are.
So true.
Yeah.
When we're here, when we are able to go there,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
And I love you.
I love you right back. And so we started to talk about health, and we have spoken about health in micro, into the cells, and it wants to do everything by itself, and it turns into cancer cells, and the whole of also our body and the surroundings, Mother Earth, universe. So we have spoken in it from its totality. So it's amazing.
It's amazing.
We have given example, and the parasite, it can be seen as an expression of cancer or other tumor, because it affects our hormone system, it affects our emotion.
Absolutely.
So the body is our messenger, and they are so wise.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Wow, Veerle, thank you so much for having this conversation.
Amazing, eh?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Wow.
Thank you. Wow. Yeah, that was profound.
Yeah. It really was. Many, many ways. My God.
Thank you for listening to the Divine Design podcast with Ann-Peggy Divine. Join us next Sunday for another Heaven on Earth unfolding conversation. With grace, reverence, and unity, may the path of your divine design light the way. From the divine in us to the divine in you.